Ladies and gentlemen, there comes a point in every person's life when they get tired of playing small, tired of doubting themselves, tired of waiting for the perfect time to show up as who they truly are. And in that moment, something shifts. The voice inside no longer whispers, it roars. It's time to be that MF. What does that mean? It means being the one who refuses to settle for mediocrity. It means being the one who takes responsibility instead of making excuses. It means being the one who walks into a room and commands respect, not because of arrogance, but because of undeniable confidence and discipline. Being that MF isn't about ego, it's about standards. It's about saying, I will not accept less than my best, and I will not allow fear to dictate my life. You see, most people are waiting for validation, waiting for opportunity, waiting for someone else to crown them worthy. But being that MF means you stop waiting and you crown yourself. You decide, right here and now, that you are enough, and that you're going to show up unapologetically. Yes, it takes courage. Yes, it will be uncomfortable. But guess what? Comfort never made anyone legendary. When you are that MF, you don't complain about the grind, you embrace it. You don't back down from pressure, you thrive under it. You don't chase people, you attract them, because people can feel authenticity, strength, and purpose. So let me ask you today, are you ready? Are you ready to step into the arena of life with your chest high and your mind sharp? Are you ready to stop hiding behind excuses and finally let the world see your true power? Because the truth is, nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's going to hand you confidence, respect, or success. That's your job. And when you become that MF, when you become relentless in your pursuit, you'll realize that the only limits you ever had were the ones you accepted. So from this moment forward, stop playing small. Stop waiting for permission. Stop doubting who you are. It's time to walk with strength. It's time to speak with certainty. It's time to live with purpose. It's time to be that MF. Stop playing small. Too many people live their lives playing small. They dim their own light because they're afraid of shining too bright and making others uncomfortable. But here's the truth. When you shrink yourself to make others feel better, nobody wins. You lose your potential, and the world loses the gift of your greatness. Playing small means waiting to be noticed, waiting for someone else to choose you, waiting for permission to step into the spotlight. But here's the reality: no one is coming to hand you your moment. If you keep playing small, you'll stay invisible. Being that MF requires boldness. It's walking into a room with the mindset that you belong there. It's speaking up when others stay silent. It's daring to take risks when most people cling to comfort. You don't need to be reckless, but you need to be fearless in owning who you are. When you stop playing small, your life transforms. Suddenly, doors start to open. People start to respect you differently because they can feel your presence. They see that you're not just existing, you're living with power, with intention, with fire. Ask yourself, how many opportunities have you missed because you were afraid of being too much? How many times have you held back your ideas, your talent, your vision, all because you were scared of judgment? Stop right now. You are not here to play small. You are here to dominate, to inspire, to lead, to create impact. And when you finally accept that truth, you'll realize that the world never had limits for you. You just had limits for yourself. So step up, speak up, show up. It's time to stop playing small. Take responsibility, not excuses. The difference between winners and losers is simple. Winners take responsibility, losers make excuses. Every excuse you've ever made has stolen a piece of your greatness. Excuses sound good in the moment. I don't have time. I don't have money. I don't have connections. But all excuses do is keep you stuck exactly where you are. Responsibility is power. It's looking at your life and saying, if it's meant to be, it's up to me. That's what being that MF is all about. You stop pointing fingers. You stop blaming your past, your environment, your parents, your boss, your circumstances. Because at the end of the day, excuses don't pay the bills. Excuses don't build confidence. Excuses don't earn respect. When you take full responsibility, you become unstoppable. You no longer wait for luck or opportunity. You create them. You stop asking, why me? And start saying, try me. It's easy to say the world is unfair. It's easy to say success is only for the lucky. But being that MF means you don't care about easy. You care about results, and results only come to the person who says, no excuses, I'll figure it out. Think of every great leader, every successful entrepreneur, every inspiring athlete. They all have one thing in common. They took responsibility for their lives. They didn't wait for a miracle, they created one. So today, cut the excuses. Take the weight of your life into your own hands, because the moment you do, you'll realize you've had the power all along. Confidence comes from standards. Confidence isn't about being the loudest in the room. It isn't about arrogance, ego, or flexing. Real confidence comes from the standards you set for yourself. When you live by low standards, you can't respect yourself. And if you can't respect yourself, why should anyone else respect you? Confidence is built when you demand more from yourself than the world demands from you. Being that MF means raising the bar. It means you don't tolerate laziness, disrespect, or mediocrity not from others, and definitely not from yourself. You decide how you want to live, how you want to be treated, and what you will and will not accept. Standards create identity. When your standard is excellence, you move differently, you dress differently, you speak differently, you carry yourself like someone who knows their worth. People feel it before you even open your mouth. But here's the key, standards are not words, they're actions. You can't say, I want respect. While accepting disrespect, you can't say, I want success. While living undisciplined, your standards must align with your behavior. When you raise your standards, your confidence skyrockets because you know you're living true to your values. You know you're walking the walk, not just talking the talk. That's why people respect the ones who stand tall, because deep down, they respect themselves first. So ask yourself, what are my standards? Am I living by them daily, or am I lowering them just to fit in? If you want real confidence, raise your standards, and once you raise them, never lower them again. Embrace discomfort and pressure. Comfort zones are where dreams go to die. The reason most people never become that MF is because they cling to comfort. They avoid discomfort, they dodge pressure, they run from challenges. And in doing so, they rob themselves of growth. Pressure is where greatness is forged. Diamonds are made under pressure, not in comfort. Champions are born in hard work, sweat, and adversity, not in easy times. If you want to rise, you must be willing to be uncomfortable. Every time you step into discomfort, you expand. You discover strength you didn't know you had. You build resilience. You develop grit. That's why the people who embrace discomfort always outgrow the ones who avoid it. Being that MF means not just surviving pressure, but thriving under it. It means leaning into challenges instead of running away. It means doing what others won't so you can live how others can't. Here's the truth. The very things you're avoiding, the tough conversations, the hard work, the scary risks, those are the things that will unlock your greatness. Discomfort is not your enemy. It's your ticket to growth. So instead of asking, how can I make this easier? Start asking, how can I make myself stronger? The world doesn't remember the comfortable. The world remembers the ones who embraced the storm, carried the weight, and turned pressure into power. So step out of the comfort zone, step into the fire. That's how you become that MF. Crown yourself. Here's the truth. Nobody's coming to crown you. Nobody's going to walk up and say, congratulations, you're finally worthy. Too many people waste their lives waiting for validation. They wait for approval from friends, family, society, when the only approval that truly matters is their own. Being that MF means you crown yourself. You stop asking for permission. You stop waiting for someone to clap for you. You decide that you are enough right now as you are. Does that mean you stop growing? Of course not. But it means you stop doubting. You stop questioning your worth. You move with certainty because you've already given yourself the crown. The people you admire didn't wait for recognition before they acted. They acted and the recognition came later. They crowned themselves before anyone else did. That's the mindset shift you need. When you crown yourself, you no longer beg for respect, you command it. You no longer seek love desperately, you attract it. You no longer chase opportunities, you create them. Every morning when you wake up, you have two choices: to put on the invisible crown of self belief, or to leave it on the table and walk through the world unsure, timid, and lost. Choose the crown every single day, because once you decide you are worthy, once you wear that crown unapologetically, the world has no choice but to recognize it too. Ladies and gentlemen, life isn't waiting on you. Time is moving whether you rise up or stay the same. The world doesn't reward excuses, hesitation, or playing small. It rewards the bold. It rewards the relentless. It rewards the ones who decide, deep in their soul, it's my time. Being that MF isn't about arrogance. It's not about trying to be better than everyone else. It's about being better than the person you were yesterday. It's about setting a standard so high for yourself that you refuse to back down. It's about owning your life, your choices, and your destiny without apology. Remember the 5 truths we've broken down. Stop playing small. Take responsibility, not excuses. Build confidence through your standards. Embrace discomfort and pressure. Crown yourself. If you live by these principles, you won't just survive, you'll dominate. You won't just exist, you'll make an impact. And when people look at you, they'll see someone who commands respect without saying a word. So today, make the decision. No more hiding, no more waiting. No more excuses. Look yourself in the mirror and declare, from this moment forward, I'm not just another face in the crowd. I'm not average. I'm not ordinary. I am that MF and it's my time. Thank you.